Welcome to the beautiful Mount Lofty Golf Club. My name is Warren Simons. I'm the club professional here at Mount Lofty, and what we're going to cover in today's session is one of the most difficult shots in golf, which is called pitching. Now, for those of you who may not know which part of golf pitching is, if I was to stand here and have a full swing to try and get the ball to the target, that's naturally called the full swing. If you are just a short distance away from the green, you'll be using what's called a chip in golf, which is just this little short shot like that. Now, the in-between shot is called pitching. This is one of the most difficult shots in golf because it requires a certain amount of skill to be able to control the golf club so that you can take the club back far enough and through far enough on the follow through and actually to try and get the distance correct. Now, a few basic things I want you to try and remember when you're hitting a pitch shot. First of all, I want you to grip about halfway down the actual grip. That's why grips are actually made this long, because not every shot in golf requires a full swing. So halfway down the actual grip, then when you have your feet, have them only half the distance apart. Again, if you're going to hit a full shot, you need to have your feet about shoulders width apart. A chip shot from just off the green, you have your feet close together. But with pitching, around about half the distance apart, have your left arm straight, or if you're left-handed, you have your right arm straight. So I call it the hitting arm. Now, when you take the club back and through, what I want you to try and do is take the club back with your left arm and then just break your wrists a little bit. And then when you follow through, again, try and keep your left arm straight and just break your wrists a little bit. So the swing will look something like this, there and there. One of the most difficult things is to be able to control how much the actual wrists are going to break during the shot. That usually takes a little bit of time, a little bit of skill to be able to work that out. Now, if I can demonstrate for you the shot right now, I'm gripping half the distance apart. I've got my feet only half the shoulders width apart. We're aiming to the flagstick there. Now, when I take the club back and through, I'm going to have just a slight break of the wrists on the backswing and just a slight break of the wrists on the forward swing. So here we go, hitting the shot. You'll note how the shot goes up high in the air, tends to land on the green fairly softly with a lot of spin, so therefore the ball doesn't run too far. This is the shot that you sometimes see on television when watching the big events, where the players will hit the ball in the air, the ball lands near the pin, spins, just runs on a little bit, and that's it. Something I want you to try and avoid doing, which is the most common fault I've noticed with this shot, is that a lot of golfers will actually try and break their wrist too much because they feel as though they have to flick the ball up in the air to try and actually get the ball airborne. If you try and do that, I'll show you what happens right now. If I try and just flick the ball in the air, I'll break my wrist too much. You note then the ball went very low and into the bunker at the front, or in other words, the ball did not rise enough. So next time you get a chance to play or do some practice, just try and remember those little tips about pitching, and hopefully that will improve your game.